Even at a young age, Barry knew that people appreciated when you deliver on a promise and go the extra mile to get them exactly what they need. Sometimes it's the little things that make the difference. The same is true today at Barano Heating and Air. Our team treats all our customers like they would want to be treated. Now that's refreshing. Barry knows comfort. Learn more at whatbarryknows.com.
From house remodels to underground location, generators to surge protection equipment, All Britain Electrical Service is here for you. Family owned and operated since 1984.
Class of 2020, we at Fox 49, NBC 40, and the CW of Tallahassee wish you the brightest of futures. Congratulations, graduates.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of free and the home of the brave?
Welcome, family and friends, to our 2020 commencement ceremony. I'm Dr. Chambers, Superintendent of Florida State University Schools. Unusual circumstances are keeping us from being together today, but in our typical Seminole style, we're finding a way to be together. We can always find a way, and sometimes that means creating firsts. This spring has been one filled with firsts. Today is a day of first, our first virtual ceremony. For me, graduation is always a reminder of first, as my dad was a first-generation high school graduate. For many of you, this too is a first. Perhaps you are the first in your family to graduate like my dad. Perhaps you come from a long line of graduates. Whatever your family history, we honor you today. Our greatest wish was to be with you today in real time, to hug you, to congratulate you, to see the smiles on your faces and in your eyes. And until we can do that again, please join me in celebrating this milestone. Your senior yearbook is titled That's True, and it couldn't be more appropriate for this time. During the time away from campus, I know that you have learned what is true. You are the unprecedented graduating class. That's true. No other class has been challenged like you have been. That's true. You won't let the current situation change your path unless it's for the better. That's true. You are poised to change the world. That's true. In the years ahead, I hope that you will reflect on today as an important day, one that captured your seminal spirit of resilience. We've worked together throughout the years to prepare you for this day. That's true. You are the class that will go forward to help the world recover, rebuild, and excel. Please join me now in our first virtual commencement ceremony. Thank you. One of our proudest moments is always announcing our students who have chosen to help our country through service. Please join me in honoring them now. Jacob Barker, United States National Guard. Chandler Dawson, United States Army. Jared Russell, United States Air Force. Morgan Castano, United States National Guard. Tamaria Youngblood, United States Air Force Reserve. Jordan Toribio, United States Navy. Adrian Panetta, United States Marine Corps. Thank you, 2020 graduates. We appreciate all you've done while you've been with us. Go forward, serve well, be safe. It's time now to honor our retiring faculty, Miss Ruthie Platt. Everyone at Florida State University Schools thanks you so much for being an artist at heart with a love for your students that brought art to life for so many over so many years. We thank you for your dedication and your commitment to all things Seminoles. We'll miss you very much, and I've heard that you want to volunteer, so know this, you always have a place on our campus. Miss Carol Barker Wooten, thank you for taking care of our students in the cafeteria for so many years. We appreciate all you have done to make sure that they are nurtured and taken care of. Enjoy your retirement. We will miss you. I am honored now to introduce Florida State University School Board Chair, Mr. Cheval Breggins. Thank you, Mr. Breggins, for all that you do and for being here with us today in our very first virtual ceremony. Appreciate your leadership and your support of all things that make us Florida High.
Hello, 2020 Florida High graduating class, family members, faculty, staff, and friends. On behalf of the 2019-2020 Florida State University School Board of Directors, I want to congratulate our 2020 graduating class and for their perseverance and resolve during our turbulent time. 2020 graduating class, I know you didn't accomplish this feat alone, so please join me in thanking your parents, family members, faculty, staff, mentors, and friends in assisting in your triumph. Many of you will continue on into the military, college, or work world to pursue and reach the next set of goals. As you enter into that process, I want to encourage you to do two things. First, continue to make preparation before celebration. You have prepared for this day over the last 17 or 18 years. You learned your alphabets and numerical digits so you could successfully write multi-page papers and solve mathematical equations. There's an old saying that has often been misquoted: winning isn't everything, it's the only thing. The actual saying is winning isn't everything, the will to prepare is the only thing. Last but not least, I'm going to ask you to be the best for the world. The last several months you have prepared for and practiced social distancing to protect yourself, others, and to make the world a better place to live. As you move into your careers, and regardless of the career you choose, I challenge you to take that spirit of social distancing and not just be the best in the world, but be the best for the world. Again, congratulations, Florida High graduating class of 2020. It's a job well done, and go Noles.
It is an honor to introduce Florida High graduate, Mr. Mac Rainey, one of the first African American students who integrated Florida High in 1964. I spoke earlier about first. Mr. Rainey and his classmate, Mr. Nealand, were two exemplary leaders who led by going first. To be very clear, the age of leadership doesn't matter. Your actions do. Mr. Rainey, thank you for being here today to speak to our graduates as they graduate during a time of unprecedented first.
My name is Marlon Rainey, and I hope that everyone is doing well in these extremely trying times. I'm going to briefly share with you some personal observations about your graduation from Florida High. I call it Florida High, and you'll see why in a few minutes. Considering the extraordinary circumstances that we all find ourselves in and trying to deal with the coronavirus makes this situation different. First, I want to thank Dr. Chambers, the teachers and staff at Florida High School, and most of all, the 2020 seniors, their parents and loved ones, for allowing me to speak to you. I spoke with some of you on February 28th of this year, and the changes in our lives that occurred since that time were unimaginable at that time. 52 years ago, I was sitting in your shoes. I was preparing to graduate from Florida High. Graduation was a most exciting time. High school graduation was a milestone in our lives and a rite of passage to adulthood. While many things have changed since I graduated, I believe that graduation signals several firsts for many of us. To start with, it's a transition to adulthood. This is a time where you want independence and will take on more responsibility for your lives. Speaking of one who has helped raise 4 kids, this can be even more traumatic for your parents. I recall on several occasions, Mom and Dad, I know you love me, but I got this. And you will find that from here on out, there's a lot of that you will say, and because you really do have it. The virus may push back some of the starting dates for many things that you want to do, as well as everybody else that's dealing with it. Now you're focused on several things: joining the workforce, starting college or vocational school, or joining the military. Some plan on doing volunteer work to help in their communities, and while they wait for some of these options to open up, I think patience is going to be something that all of us have to adapt and adopt to. We all are going to have to look at our goals and figure out what's actually achievable based on what's going on in society. And one of the other things that you will be doing for a first time, and many of you this year, is that you'll be voting. You'll have an opportunity to vote in the elections that are taking place in November. While the COVID-19 virus has diminished the ceremony and outward trappings of your graduation, it cannot diminish your accomplishment, and you should all take the time to celebrate in your own way. This is an important milestone in your life, and you should be proud of what you've accomplished. I salute all of you and offer my sincere congratulations. We all have questions about how the virus and the impact and its impact on the economy affects us going forward. There's an old Yiddish adage that seems appropriate. Man plans and God laughs. Or, despite our most careful planning, the road of life is unpredictable. This virus has most certainly impacted many lives and disrupted many of our plans. But like any obstacle in life, it must be faced and defeated. It is humbling and frightening for us to face an obstacle that we do not fully understand and that has such dire consequences. But there's some lessons that I've noted from the impact of the virus that I want to share with you. There are often obstacles in life that we cannot control. Life involves adjusting the plan that we have made and requires determination and perseverance to overcome these obstacles. These are words that are easier to say oftentimes than to do in many cases. When encountered with tough situations in life, I ask myself, what can I do today to make things better? I was once advised by a much wiser person that you can only climb a mountain one step at a time. And by breaking things down on a daily basis, it gives you something that's achievable as you climb the obstacles that you're going to face. One of the other observations that I think is obvious to everybody is that our world has grown much smaller, and we're all in it together. As has become abundantly clear, what happens in China or Italy is here 24 hours later. One of my other observations, and this has really been brought home by the virus, is that life is precious and every life is to be valued. The goodness of people has really flourished during this time. The fact that people are good is expressed in the care and courage displayed by our healthcare professionals, first responders, and fellow citizens who perform the many tasks necessary for us to be able to continue with our changed lives. Family and friends are most important in coping with fear and anxiety that we may have stemming from the virus. It is important that we share our feelings and concerns. Just like a good team is stronger than one individual, in this instant, dealing with this obstacle as a team makes it very easy to meet the challenges. How many times have each of you been pushed to do more than you thought capable by being part of a team? That teamwork is important. What can we do with the lessons that we've learned and apply them to moving to the next stage in our lives? One of the things that I noticed in my visits to Florida High over the past 6 to 8 months is that there's a real spirit in the school, and there's teamwork and caring that I saw in the staff and students and in their interaction with each other. There was support there, both physically and emotionally. This is the same sense of purpose and teamwork that underlies our first responders and medical personnel. The success of the team requires respect for each other and the earnest efforts of every team member. And no team member is more important than the other. The ER doctor will not be successful if the orderly that's cleaning the rooms and the equipment does not do a great job on the contaminated surfaces. We do not get food if the farm workers do not pick the fruit and vegetables so that they can be delivered to market? Maybe the virus will get us to refocus on what is important. When I think back on my life, the most important people in my development were my parents and my elementary and high school teachers, who are consistently undervalued in our society. Maybe again, this will help us really focus on what is valuable in life. We should all reflect on and refocus on our goals, because the virus will not last forever. The virus may delay us, but will not deter us from meeting our goals. Be bold. Follow your dreams. Walt Disney once said, "All dreams come true if we have the courage to pursue them. A life without dreams is a life half full." History has revealed that dreamers are often the innovators, creators, and leaders that have improved our world. Don't be afraid to dream. Dreams give us goals. Dreams inspire us. One of the other key things that we all need to do is celebrate who you are. We're all different, and that's okay. Being different is a strength, not a weakness. I have found in life that the best decisions are often made when there's access to different courses of action proposed by those with differing views. If we all have the same thought on a problem, we eliminate many solutions. And so being different is something that's important. Another thing that's very important is that we care for others and that we care for our world. Caring for others is one of the things that, again, the virus has brought to the forefront, and how important it is that we care about each other and that we take care of each other. And I have seen that caring attitude during my visits to Florida High. It's very important that you celebrate your graduation. Do something special for your graduation. Maybe we can't do the things that traditionally have been done in graduations, but figure something that you really want to do, whether it be with your family or your friends, and celebrate your graduation. You know, 52 years ago, I was in your shoes. And despite the virus, 52 years from now, you will remember this time and relate your experiences to a younger generation. Celebrate. It's okay for you to feel good. I want to leave you with part of the lyrics from a Nina Simone song called Feeling Good, which I find to be uplifting. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when the day is done, that's what I mean. And this old world is a new world and a bold world for me. Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn It's a new day. It's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. It's a new dawn for you, and it's okay for you to feel good. Enjoy your new freedom, but also accept the responsibility that goes along with it. I see many great things that young adults your age are leading and engaged in, including climate change, the health of the planet, safety from gun violence, equality of the sexes, and other social and political issues. While some may be concerned about where we're headed, I am not, because I am really feeling good about the future being in your hands, the 2020 graduates of Florida High. Thank you, and stay safe.
Thank you, Mr. Rainey, for all of your kind and thoughtful words. I know our graduates will take them to heart as they take their next steps in the world. I'm so proud of our students and all they have accomplished at their time at Florida High. But I have to say, I'm very excited to introduce you to a few that have really excelled. In fact, we have 48 honor graduates this year. Of those, 14 students earned a 3.9 unweighted GPA and received the summa cum laude designation. An astonishing 6 students a straight 4.0. To speak to you tonight are a few of our summa cum laude students that earned a 4.0.
Hey everyone, welcome fellow graduates and all the friends and family watching from home. My name is Elaine, but most of you probably know me as Lainey. I just wanted to take this time to thank Florida High for the past 7 years of my life. Through it all, the good and tough moments, I am who I am today because of the experiences I had at this school. Thank you to the class of 2020 for living this journey with me. Each of us have shaped the lives of the students around us, whether we spoke to everyone or not. Thank you to the class clowns who kept the school days interesting and to the kids who asked questions when the whole class was confused. Thank you to the CNA program for giving me some of my best friends and for getting me out of my comfort zone. Thank you to my favorite math teacher for seeing potential in me and my favorite librarian for listening to my problems. Thank you to my best friends for showing me that school isn't everything, but still encouraging me to do my best. None of my accomplishments would be possible without the people in my life and those who surround it. I know this graduation isn't what we expected, but we are definitely a class that will be remembered. Thank you.
My fellow graduates, over the years here at Florida High, we've learned a lot. Miss Casey taught us how to push ourselves to the limit, which is a super cheesy calculus joke. Miss Underhill inspired a love of reading in its all, and Miss Hester taught us that tests can only get easier from here. And all of this knowledge will no doubt be helpful as we go forward in life. But I think that the most important thing that we have learned over the last few years is that education is something to be cherished and expanded upon. Let me give you a couple examples of what I'm talking about. From the essay bootcamp with Miss Axel, which actually taught us how to properly write a thesis statement, to Mr. Craig, who taught us that it may be easier to learn about the Industrial Revolution when a spear is being pointed at you, we have learned so much in our time here at Florida High. Next, I'd like to take a moment on behalf of myself and my fellow graduates to thank the people that have brought us here today. Thank you to the administration, to the teachers, and to the various staff that the school would not run without. We would not be here, graduating, without you all. And now I'd like to thank some people who personally pushed me to become the person I am today. Without these people, I would not be giving this speech right now or going off to the college of my dreams. To Miss Kinney, the best guidance counselor in the world, who has helped me from class scheduling to the SAT to applying to college. To Miss San, who encouraged me to break out of my shell and find a love in public speaking, as well as how to put my thoughts down on paper. Gotta love college essays. To Miss Pierce, who inspired a love of a classics that is sure to last, along with the spirit to go with it. To Miss Lerner, who has been there for me through thick and thin and has watched me grow since the 3rd grade. To my parents, who inspired a love of learning and the perseverance to go after my aspiration. And to my sisters, who taught me that it's okay to pump the brakes once in a while and enjoy the moment. Thank you all, I love you guys. So now we're high school graduates, and soon we're going to be saying our goodbyes and heading off to our futures. There will be air hugs from 6 feet and tears. We'll be doing our best to stay in touch, but we'll be living our lives and doing our best. And as a final thought going forward, I'd like to leave you all with a quote by former President Barack Obama, who once said, "The future belongs to young people with an education and the imagination to create." Thank you all.
Every year at graduation, I have given a Spirit of Florida High award to a senior that has embodied well the spirit of Florida High. When asking around about who this should be, one name clearly resonated with everybody. Let's see if you can figure it out. This student is a constant force of positivity and always filled with optimism. This student befriends all and knows no strangers. This student is described as caring and a team player, both on and off the field. This student is a 13-year club member. This student leads in everything they do and has been quite the energy in student council. His favorite memory is the 2020 dance marathon. As senior vice president, we even had a scheme going where he was going to ride Dr. Chambers' mules into the courtyard with flaming torch in hand to symbolically pass to the junior class. Do you know who I'm talking about? None other than Will Pfeiffer. Will, you will be receiving this Spirit of Florida High Award and a check for $250 when you drive through our loop graduation day. Congratulations, and thank you for being such a positive force and leader. Now I have the pleasure of introducing our class president, vice president, and student council president. This trio have been students since elementary school, and I can't believe it's time for them to already graduate. Will and Anais are in the 13-year club, and Mary Mack has been at FSUS since 3rd grade. Anais is also a member of the Tri-Music Honor Society and a member of the Florida High Marching Braves for 5 years. Will has been on the varsity baseball and golf team and on the Student Athletic Advisory Committee. Mary Mack has also been a mentor in our K Mentor program and is a part of our National Honor Society, as well as Students Against Destructive Decisions. Mary Mack will be going to FSU to study neuroscience. Will be going to FSU to study business, finance, with a minor in economics. And Anais will attend FSU to study computer engineering. Now they have a few words to share.
To the amazingly strong and resilient class of 2020, the most unique graduating class in Florida High's esteemed history.
Recognizing that our class of 2020 has a rich history of less talk and more action, we promise to keep this message short and to the point.
As the sun begins to set on our glory-filled days at Florida High in a way that none of us ever expected, we simply want to share a few thoughts with you all before we enter our next chapter.
Today is an incredibly meaningful moment in each of our lives. Whether we're walking across the Civic Center stage or driving our cars through the cones in a loop. Friends and classmates, this is our moment in the sun. We did it. Our hard work has undeniably paid off.
This graduation marks a new beginning, a transition in our lives, a time of monumental change. For some of us, we're moving from the safety of 13 years at Florida High, and for others, we're merely closing another short chapter in our very long book of life.
But either way, this is our day. This is our big event. This is the beginning of our big change.
And while change can be exciting and even scary given the vast unknowns, our collective history and experience at Florida High has proven that our beautiful class of 2020 is forged forever as we endeavor through the next chapters of life.
History has taught us that we can rely on our Florida High family for guidance, for support, and for love.
Let's embrace our history, watch each other's backs, bring meaning and purpose to our lives, and cement real change together.
We are the beautiful class of 2020. We are unified and special. We have proven that we are one big family, and we will cherish the memories and people we've encountered forever.
We have shown that while this year certainly didn't end as planned, we are a strong and resilient class. We met the difficult challenge and successfully maneuvered through the bumps in the road towards our lifelong journey of success.
We will all move forward and do great things, and we cannot wait to witness the amazing accomplishments that all of you achieve.
Moving aside from the emotional talk, we also have a few gifts we would like to share.
The first gift is special, and it goes to our cherished Florida High, the place that we've all called home for most of our lives.
Given that our class is so incredibly talented and diverse, and given the unprecedented challenges we faced during our senior year, the class of 2020 constructed a beautiful artwork showcasing our unforgettable experience, indelibly signed by all of the members of this special senior class.
We can't thank Florida High enough for all it has done for us, so we will properly give back as our sign of gratitude. We hope that Florida High displays it proudly for generations to come.
The next gift is to the senior class. We have chosen to give each of you a tassel keychain as a small reminder that no matter where you go in life, Florida High and the entire class of 2020 will always be a part of you.
And finally, to end, on behalf of all of the seniors in this truly exceptional class, we give our sincerest thanks to Dr. Chambers and her incredible administration and teachers, as well as to our loving parents and families for providing us the foundation for success and enriching us with the absolute best high school experience.
Rest assured that your seniors are headed for great things in life.
For we're the class of 2020, and you have given us boundless opportunity. We shall not disappoint.
Let's go do big things, class of 2020, just like we always have.
Now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Reading names for us tonight is Dr. Aaron, Mr. Corey Cloud, Miss Patty Casey, and Mr. Todd McNeil.
William Abt, Kieran and Chua Ajari, Keela Jacoy Ailes, Haley Grace Alex, Carly Hope Alba, Javian Jamark Allen, Ismail Allison, Misael Ariaga, Brianna Balcone, Alexandria Michaela Baldwin, Jacob Owen Barker, Haley Elizabeth Barrow, Haley Lynn Bauer, Janaya Michaela Boleyn, Taurus Bethay, Kaylin Boland, Cassidy Summit Bond, Savannah Clark Bond, Lindley Ann Broadbeck, Garrett Michael Brooks, Logan Lee Brooks, Hunter Daniel Hayden Brown, Jerika Brown, Shaylee Ann Brown, Bryce Buddha, Kendall Franklin Bundage, Christian Ahmad Candidate, Dwight Dylan Cargill, Morgan Austin Castano, Grace Roberta Sirio, Gareth Connor Alderson Chamberlain, Savannah Marie Christensen, Elizabeth Danielle Coates, Jackson Patrick Cobb, Taryn Alexa Collier, Dominic Joseph Collins, Brandon Cohn, Emma Ray Conrad, Joshua Tyler Cook, Argenis Correa, Janae Alexandra Cotton, Janelle Alexis Cotton, Griselda Cruz Miranda,
Chandler Dawson, Taylor Dawson, Fael Gabriella Dempsey, Jalea Sky Dowdle, Mary Catherine Grace Dole, Bailey Madison Dyer, Brooks Austin Dyer, Jessica Grace Dyer, Peyton Lee Dyer, Anaya Danielle Everett, Imogen Fisher, Ashley Flores Therese, Aaron Michael Ford, Paul L. Fuller, Nori Gammons, Sire Joseph Gannum, Dennis James Ganem II, Victoria Isabel Garcia, Justin Tobias Garcia Vargas, Janaya Simone Gilly, Travis Lamar Green Jr., Maverick James Gunn, Alicia Gutierrez Tapia, Tyquavius Javon Hadley, Marcus Javon Hagler, Lydia Hall, Allison Lee Hamilton, Caroline Marie Hammond, Colby William Harper, Mario Velardo Hernandez, Ricardo Omari Hebert, Elijah Dyer Hicks, DeAsia Hill, Blake Himmer, John David Hollenbeck, Christina Marie Hubbard, Brianna Lynn Inman, Christopher Matthew Jensen, Stefan Johnson, India Alexis Jones, Adonis Katie Jones Huggan, Mackenzie Kidd, Nicholas Vaughn Kramer, Mary McNair Kraus,
Todd Krimcall, Brooke Noel Land, Aiden Ellery Larson, Isaiah Ahmad Lawson, Jaquel Darnay Lewis, Makila Ashante Lightfoot, Courtney Olivia Maxwell,
Axel Victor Masonette,
Robert Allen McCracken, Marion Grace McDaniel, Sanai Nakaya McPherson, Carla Victoria Medina, Alfred Joe Minjor, Heaven Brianna Miley, Misha L. Miller, Carson Blake Miller, Kimara Nicole Milton, Madeline Mercedes Montpellier, Danielle LaMonica Moore, Chloe Raquel Morris, John Matthew Murphy, Andrew A. Nino, Hannah Knowlting, Madison Olive, Nilsa Oropeza Salazar, Yaneli Delfina Perez, Safia Amora Perez, William Justice Pfeiffer, Winchie Pearson, Adrian Panetta, Elaine Michelle Porta, Erica Lindsay Pudva, Liliana Quijada, Samuel Toma Daquan Reagan, Camille Diane Reed, Wyatt Andrew Reese, Jada Micaiah Rhodes, Kaylon Richardson, Kenneth Jared Richardson Jr., Chauncey Cato Rigsby, Zuri Robertson, Tylon Cortez Robinson, Lindsay Morgan Rogers.
Jared Cash Russell, Ashley Sawyer, Janae Juanita Scott, Owen Sr., Jeffrey Sharkey, Ashlyn Winter Silva, Katessa J. Smith, Onanis Suarez Concepcion, Ariane L. Solomon, Vegas Samuel John Spivey, Jordan Amare Stallworth, Dejanay Jeanette Stevens, Destiny Stevens, AC Logan Stinson, Journey Faith Suber, Maximilian Suma, Willie Arthur Taggart Jr., Avery Ray Tangent, Casey Nicole Tappan, Serenity Denise Taylor, Kendall Sine Thomas, Erica Camille Thomas, Christian Davis Thompson, Austin James Thorpe, Ashton Mia Tilton, Logan Scott Tumberland, Jordan James Toribia, Rebecca Tucker, Anna Renee Turner, Yarene Elizabeth Vasquez, Rohit Watsu Davin, Levi Vickers, Sharari Vigneswaran Warren, Sheldon Gerard Walker, Elizabeth Melba Walker, Kaylee Alyssa Wallace, Bridget Olivia Wallace Salerno, Lexi Brianna Warren, Storm Eiley Rihanna Williams, Kaylee Williams, Cole Timothy Williams, Iana Aaliyah Williams, Anthony Jamal Williamson, Tamaria McKay Youngblood, Kamari Tazir Zimmerman.
Graduates, would you please stand? It is my honor as Superintendent of Florida State University Schools to present our 2020 graduating class. By the power vested to me by the State of Florida and Florida State University, I present the 2020 Florida State University graduates. Graduates, please move your tassel. Congratulations to each one of you and to your families, and go Noles. Class of 2020, families, and friends. I'm honored to introduce my friend and colleague, former United States Air Force fighter pilot and instructor, Florida High graduate, and the director of Florida State University's first Student Veterans Center, Colonel William Francis. Years ago, Colonel Francis and I established a new senior tradition, the awarding of our Florida High Challenge coin, awarded to seniors during their last day on campus. Typically a senior-only event, an important one, today we are sharing the tradition with you all. Welcome again to our Colonel William Francis. Thank you, sir, for your service to the country, our students, and for being my partner in this work. We appreciate all that you do for Florida High.
Beginning in 2017, in order to celebrate and remind its graduates that they had completed a unique and challenging course of education, Florida High leadership, staff, and alumni created a new tradition. They created an exclusive challenge coin to award each of its graduates. On the back of this one-of-a-kind coin are inscribed attributes imbued in all Florida High graduates: skilled, disciplined, relentless, unconquered. As you go forward, your skills will open doors for you and create better lives for many. You are skilled. You must consistently work to improve your skills. Do you see a person skilled in their work? They will be leaders and stand in the presence of leaders. Skills improve with discipline sharpening. Discipline, success, and contentment are products of self-discipline. Doing what you have to do to achieve your goals, whether you feel like it or not, regardless of how hard it is. To consistently choose to perform activities each day that strengthen and fortify you instead of things which may be more fun, but of no lasting value. You will suffer one of two kinds of pain in life. You will either suffer the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Florida High grads choose to be disciplined. When you look at history, you will always see examples of great starts. Athletes, professionals in their careers, towns, nations, civilizations. It's easy to start well. It is much harder to finish well. Good finishers are relentless. Life will bring you adversity. That's okay. Adversity can be what makes our lives exciting. And if you take a minute to think about it, what will be remembered is your response to adversity. When adversity hit, how hard did you work? What kind of attitude did you have? Did you give up? We are responsible for our efforts, for how hard we work, for our attitudes, for whether we give up or not. No one chooses or mandates how hard we're going to work. No one decides for us what kind of attitudes we will have, especially when things are not going our way. No one decides for us when we will quit. We choose these things. As you go through life, if in everything you do, if you are the hardest worker with the best attitude, and you do not give up, you will wind up doing something that you have chosen. Be relentless. You are now Florida High alumni, and you understand these attributes. Continuing to choose to live out these attributes will power, guide, and sustain you into your futures. Always skilled, always disciplined, always relentless, and you will be unconquered. The tradition of the challenge coin began long ago when a lost pilot used a one-of-a-kind button off his uniform to verify his identity and secure his travel towards his ultimate destination. On behalf of all the Florida High graduates that have gone before you, take this coin and keep it to remind you of who you are, where you came from, and a way to get to where you are going. Congratulations, Florida High, class of 2020. Congratulations to the class of 2020. And always remember, go Noles!
Even at a young age, Barry knew that deciding whether or not to fix something that has worked well for a long time can be a tough choice. And sometimes it just needs a little TLC. The same is true today at Barano Heating and Air. Our team will help you decide on whether to repair your existing system or consider new energy-efficient options. Barry knows comfort. Schedule an appointment online at baranoac.com.
From house remodels to underground location, generators to surge protection equipment, All Britain Electrical Service is here for you. Family owned and operated since 1984.
Class of 2020, we at Fox 49, NBC 40, and the CW of Tallahassee wish you the brightest of futures. Congratulations, graduates.